So by now I have succeeded to test, I think, all of the PayPal options which were available for me, except the wallets, and which I don't have yet. But I succeeded to connect to PayPal to my bank card, and to my bank directly as well. And I sent the test amount from my card to another bank. So everything should work. And I also mentioned that previously I had some donation link for directly donate money, free chosen amount, and chosen currency. And I found it too, but now it's under the business. It's not anymore like anything. It's called business link. So it doesn't matter. I made a business of my website. So the business is called the name of my website. And I also had the QR code to my personal donations as well. So I linked all these options I posted on my website, on my blog, on the donation page. So anything you like, there are several options: by email, by phone, by QR code, and by the business link. So it looks good to me, and I'm not gonna waste my time anymore to another online options. Maybe sometime later. But I spent literally 2 days of testing and trying to link, and there were some issues. I have to upload, download, and install my bank app, because without that I couldn't put right settings on for my bank to allow online payments, etc. On website that wasn't possible. So that all took time of tinkering. So now I'm ready to continue. I've been kicking the can for quite a long time to begin the donations. Uh, Not donations. I've been running around. I just very little sleep at night. I was working on the bank. I have to stop to sneeze a bit. So to continue, yeah, I've been kicking around the can quite a long to begin the cryptography tutorials, and I didn't get the response from filming company neither. So that's how it is. And I've been looking for a year, almost a year, in Madeira, talking to marketing agencies and other companies, and some new friends who I met here, and the one of the film companies. And I'm not gonna contact right now any other film companies, because otherwise I will never start doing the tutorials. So that will never how to put it, the perfect time will arrive never. So I either do it, I either don't. So I will do very soon. But to begin now, one of promises what I have to keep is, what was a project to earn money without wasting my time on working some regular job, instead of using my talent on cryptography. So there were several ideas. One was just to receive donations, and to keep only the amount which I need to my mother's living, and the rest return to donors with an interest. So let's say 10%. So if I have enough money from new donors, I will pay back to older donors with interest. And one day, if with conditions, of course, with possible condition to be subscribed to my YouTube channel, or another blog which would create me money other ways later. So one day, if there is enough subscribers and enough visits to my YouTube channel, or other social platform which would allow to earn money with advertisements, then I would pay back every donor. But even though I was thinking I should not create any contract, should write nothing down, only by my promise, personal promise, um, by the videos, so it wouldn't be a company or any agreement, just on trust, and the word would spread out once I began paying back with interest, and it would grow that way. But it would still create some legal issues in sense that it could be a pyramid scheme. It's not clear, really, truly pyramid scheme, and I would say it's like semi-pyramid or the payback promise. It's not like complete pyramid, but it may create by jealous people some litigations against me. I don't want to waste my life to go into court and prove that what it is. So that's why I don't want to even open an official business to that as well. I want to do just on trust, and it would create other issues with taxes, like the money going through my bank. So I would have to pay probably huge taxes on that. I don't know exactly, but I decided no, that's not the best idea. That similar idea, a little bit different. I don't remember exact wording, but I already had when I was back in France, like a couple of years ago. I already had this idea, and I explained that to one of my friend artists after the COVID. It was very difficult times, and this is not a secret project. Probably some people already know about that, but I'm not sure anybody gonna open officially that kind of. It wasn't pyramid. It was a little bit different. I don't remember exactly. I have to think about it. What was the idea? I wrote it down actually. I think I wrote it somewhere on my blog. Maybe I'll post an article about it. But um, yeah, it would create issues. All kind of how to say legal restrictions and the legal conditions you have to comply with, and huge paperwork. So that's not what I want to do. So what I will do is I wrote it down this morning already a little bit of the idea, but I will have to think it through better, and then I can read to you from my from written down, so it will be more precise. But an idea is like it's all. This idea is already 8 years ago written down on my book, in my book on cryptography, which you can always find on my website to download for free, somewhere in a later part uh, on the book. That is commercial use of cryptography methods. That's idea is I also tried to propose to commercial uh, agencies here, uh, to marketing agencies, that we would do a collaboration, that I would create the cryptography methods, would publish a encrypted word, and people could guess the correct word, and those who guess, they get the premium or a prize, like. And it wouldn't be just like online. It would be on promotion for anything, for pens, for teacups, for anything you imagine, t-shirts you can sell with this secret message, and people who have purchased a ticket of it, they can, with that ticket, everyone, only one guess can win a prize, who wins correctly. But I'm not planning to sell any merchandise myself, because it's again business, and as I always say, my priority right now health, to stay young as long as I can for a couple of more 100 years, until science will be there to prolong life as long as you wish. I don't know if I succeed by not, but that's my priority, the biggest priority. And another priority now is cryptography. I also posted yesterday article on my blog, that the same blog, um, that many of my projects I have to abandon now, including some of my article series, because I just can't physically do everything. I have to concentrate now at least on something, and priority is now the cryptography, second priority after my health. So instead of selling merchandise, the project which I'm planning to implement very soon, as I already tested the bank transfer options, and technically I should be able to do that, that half of the donations which I receive will be prize money to those who who guess right the encrypted word, which I let publish the matrix and access code, so they can verify that that's what was written is correct. And but if nobody guesses right, then I start little by little publishing some parts of a matrix to access the code, some symbols which are encrypting using the matrix, the words, etc. So until someone will guess it. And the point was that each 10 euros would have one word. So if you, for example, you donate 100 euros, you have 10 guesses. You have possibility to guess 10 different words, or if you're absolutely sure that you know a word, then you can several words for each 10 euros repeat the word several times, and the prize money will be divided between all the right answers to that point before publishing the matrix completely. So that's the idea. I will write about it on my blog, but again, I will have to think about it if I explain it only on video, more precisely on some future video, or I will publish exact wording as a kind of promise or verbal contract. I don't know how, but it has to be think, because I don't want to create a business. As I say always, I don't want to become rich. I just want to have time to dedicate it on cryptography instead of doing some other jobs for my income, which anyone can do. But cryptography, as I've been working on it for over 30 years, it's my strongest part of my talents, and I better use that. If everybody in the world uses their talents instead of doing some basic jobs that anyone can do with less talents, then the world is not advancing very fast. So I try to do my best, even though I'm not rich and I'm not planning to get rich. I enjoy that, using my talent for educating people, because it's beneficial to everyone, and society has to benefit. I benefit from healthcare. I'm not a doctor. I try to learn medicine, but my brain is not for that, meant for that. Cryptography is easy because it's mathematics. You can always derive and always verify, but like medicine and some other jobs and some other professions, they require just remembering. There are some logic, of course, and Latin has some logic and medications and body parts, etc. But most of the part is just pure remembering, and my brain is not suited for that. I was good, not anymore, but when I was younger, I was very good at math and physics without ever doing putting much force into it. Just came naturally to me. But cryptography was my hobby, so I'm good at that. Anyway, that's it. My promise is kept. Now you know what the project is about, so that to make people be interested to make donations, I would return half of the donation money to those who correct an encrypted word with my method correctly. That's it, I guess, shortly. Later I will publish more. So this I wrote in the morning. I don't know if you can read it, but it's just quick idea, which already I said 8 years ago I had a similar idea and published, but I haven't written it completely down, so I will read it to you. So of course later I will correct, as I said, but I will correct the text and improve it. But for now, like guessing the code method, for each 10 euro donation, one guess. The return to the right guesses is half the donated sum divided between the right guesses. If someone is absolutely sure that the word is correct, then it's possible to donate several times with the same word. In that case, if a guess is correct, then person gets more of the total winning amount. This eliminates the need to donate from different accounts if one is absolutely sure that the guess will be correct. Also, if someone repeats the correct word by a mistake, while the donated amount permitted several guesses, it will be rewarded accordingly. If the donated amount is smaller than the permitted number of guesses, then the words first on the list will be taken as a guess. The rest of guessed words will not be accepted. So depending on the received amount, for example 18 euros, I can still decide to allow two guesses, or if a sum is larger, like 181 euros, then I could permit 19 guesses. That is to make sure that if some of a donated sum has gone to transfer fees, it will not affect the donor. The guesses will be accepted until there will be a reasonable total amount of donations received to reveal the correct word, and will continue until at least one correct guess is made. So that's a very brief idea, which I promised to explain you what I meant about doing business to attract donors, which for now is the amount exactly nil, zero. So I need to do something, or I will be just wasting my time with all my projects, and in the end, going to work in a kitchen somewhere, washing dishes, or helping a cook, or night watch in a hostel or hotel, a night receptionist. And the race is against the time. If I run out money and I will have no more any support from either friends or social assistants, then I will have to take a job. And if I begin to make with my project some income, then I can dedicate more time for photography. So that should be reasonable enough wish from my side if I want to use my talent, which I prefer to do instead of working physically. Brain works also more, not always actually. I like to walk around and it keeps me fit, but every person who knows what he or she is good at, he or she will prefer to do that for living instead of doing something else and keeping a mind completely on other things during the work. So that should make sense. I mean, that's it for now.